As their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, tempo.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Wilson on 2nd down. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now he'll throw deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he'll escape to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. This one complete to Devin Funchess. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Ndamukong Suh continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
14, funny.
They go play action with Wilson. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
14.
Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
He's going to go for a big, and got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Here's Edmonds. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 1:59 to go in the first half. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. This will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. On first down, Wilson. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Come on, let's go. 14, running.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They run with Edmonds. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Gun now on third down. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
To throw is Wilson. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. That's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up a throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back to throw now on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Miles. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John Johnson. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Wilson going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Airing it out deep for Woods. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is taken in by Chad Williams. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon it.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Funches with a catch over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll get it up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done, Well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again.
14.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. It's caught by Funchess. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
14.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep. He's got a man. Complete. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Spread left.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Gotta go, in and out.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Cardinals on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miles. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Now back to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Rams are victorious here.